Kenya's farmers have spent 2025 transforming how they grow food, from climate-smart innovations to bold new agribusiness ideas. In this end-of-the-year special, our reporter Denis Otieno takes us across counties to show the shifts, struggles and breakthroughs shaping the country's food future. It's a journey that reveals not just how farmers are adapting, but how agriculture itself is redefining Kenya's next decade. Here's Citizen TV's Denis Otieno with his end-of-year 2025 review.
My name is Denis Otieno, and this has been my year on the road. It's a year spent on dusty farm roads, in greenhouses, dairy sheds, and sometimes in places where the land is unproductive, but farmers turn to what I would call ingenious ways to make things work. If there's one thing that defined 2025, it was adaptation. Rainfall patterns changed and input prices strained farmers. But everywhere I went, I witnessed a quiet transformation. In Kiambu County, I met farmers who had turned pits and mulching into survival tools.
There was need for a rather method of using very minimal water, that is saving on water, saving on labor in terms of weeding, and also in terms of controlling pests and diseases. So we saw a need to introduce controlled environment, rather greenhouse farming, and going further on, by using mulching as a technology to complement, the farming process.
Ukishapea maji asubuhi unapea jioni. Kazi ya greenhouse inaweka maji, ukipatia maji asubuhi inaweka na mimea inakuwa sawa. Imenisaidia kwa sababu hakuna wadudu wanakuja kwa greenhouse, iko poa kabisa. Kwa sababu maji ukipatia tu inaweka hapo, haiendi pahali. Na inakuwa greenhouse inakuwa smart.
Researchers in the country also unveiled 5 new sorghum varieties that either escape or repel birds, promising to end years of frustration for smallholder farmers who have suffered massive post-harvest losses.
And the mechanism we have used now to come up with this solution is that when the sorghum is bitter or when the tannins are high, the birds don't feed on the sorghum. So our sorghums have high tannins when they are at milk stage. And that is the critical stage when the birds damage the sorghum. So when they come and test the sorghum during that stage, the tannins are too high, so they will not feed on it. Then, once the sorghum starts maturing, the levels of tannins goes down up to when you are going to harvest your sorghum.
By mid this year, some were harvesting their crops with yields double what they got in 2023, simply because they changed how they farmed and not what they farmed. I also saw something I did not expect. Young people embracing urban farming, but on their own terms. In Kitui County, I met Daniel Karanja, who is pioneering what is known as sub-zero farming. This is where crops are grown with minimal land, water and inputs, but with maximum results.
We plant in containers, so we also play our tiny role in recycling or putting plastic waste into functional use. We've been able to contain the roots in containers, in plastic containers, because we are able to supply these roots with the nutrients and minerals that they deserve to sustain plant growth and development up to maturity. We are practicing contemporary urban farming. What we envision is producing food using limited spaces. So we want to play our role in ensuring that this country is food secure. The food that we produce is easily accessible.
I was amazed by how this youth is aggressive and somehow unbothered by tradition, even as he pursues his urban farming ambition. It felt like it's a glimpse of the agriculture that Kenya will rely on, especially in the next decade. "2025 was also the year I saw county-level value addition explode.
In Laikipia County, I met a group of women who are redefining what it means to farm sustainably by rearing crickets. They are value-adding the insects to make protein flour for human consumption.
And the reason as why we rear crickets is because crickets do not need more space. You cannot migrate them like livestock, and they are rich in protein. Due to climatical change nowadays, it's very hard to get milk for the children. But because crickets are very rich in protein, we feed to our chicken, we get very healthy eggs to feed our children. We are also planning to do animals feeds and children porridge and biscuits so that children cannot suffer from malnutrition.
I somehow felt these are the ventures that are needed to grow the rural towns in Kenya as they attract more farmers in agribusiness.
But as the year unfolded, the patterns became clearer. Access to affordable inputs kept coming up. Delayed payments from cooperatives remained a frustration.
And everywhere I went, farmers told me one thing: policies sound good in Nairobi, but implementation is what is lacking.
Kwa saa hii tuseme kwa county government walikuwa natusaidia na mbegu, lakini zile mbegu walikuwa wanatusaidia nazo sio haziambatani na zile climate change zenye ziko. So kama wakulima tukiwa ground tuko na changamoto, hatuoni usaidizi wa serikali na wa county government. Tuko hapo tumeachiliwa tu kama wakulima na ndio tunateseka kwa ground.
Now that statement changed me. It reminded me that behind every policy paper, every government directive, or every press briefing, there are actually lives depending on what actually happens on the ground. This year taught me that the future of our food is being written by 4 key people.
The farmer who changes how they farm before the climate forces them to. The youth who sees agribusiness not as survival, but as an enterprise. The innovators turning raw produce into wealth. And finally, the policy makers who understand that coordination and implementation matter more than pronouncements.
As we head into a new year, I believe Kenya's agricultural future is changing, and so are the stories waiting to be told. Denis Otieno, Citizen TV.